Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ben. Thank you for watching the Soar Skater Studio. If you're seeing this intro right now, then I want to tell you that the video you're about to watch will only be here temporarily. So it's meant to give you a taste of what you'll get with a Soar Skater Studio membership. Now, if you'd like to support me, support my work, and get access to all the videos I make, then you can head over to patreon.com/SoarSkaterStudio. I'll put that text on the video screen here, as well as in the description of this video. I'll put a link so you can follow it over. And when you sign up for membership there, you'll get all of my videos, and they won't go away from my Patreon account. But they will go away eventually from my YouTube account. As I post some new videos, I'll take some old ones away. So yeah, that's it. If you want to become a member, if you'd like to support me, then please head over to patreon.com/SoarSkaterStudio. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment, give me some feedback, and tell a friend, tell a skater friend about the Soar Skater Studio. Alright, peace out, enjoy the video. Hey there everybody, this is Ben and welcome to the Soar Skater Studio. Today we're going to do some work in a basic lunge position. Going to be switching our weight around in different ways so that hopefully you can learn something about how you would do a lunge naturally on your own right now, as well as how to improve your lunge. And what we want to do is work on leg engagement, hip engagement, and core engagement to improve how you use your legs in general. So a basic lunge position is a good ground of experimentation for all of that. Now to start out, I just want you to stand however you're already standing. Don't do anything special. And start to breathe slowly and evenly in through the nose, out through the mouth, or maybe in through the nose and out through the nose, whichever one you want to do. But start to check in with your body from your standing position. So where is the weight in your feet? Do you naturally put more weight on one foot than the other? Are your hips more to one side than the other? Maybe they're more back, maybe they're more forward. Ask yourself these questions and more. Just try to pay attention and get in touch with your body as you make your in-breath even in length with the out-breath. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. Just feeling how the body is standing up. And after maybe one or two more breaths, I want you to get into a kneeling lunge position. So kind of like a resting, taking a knee type position. Put the right foot in front for now and the left foot in back. And start to do the same thing here that we were just doing while we were standing up. So call attention to your points of contact with the ground. Call attention to the positioning of your hips, the positioning of your spine, and ask yourself, what's it like to be in this position right now before you do anything special? One thing that you may notice when it comes to your points of contact with the ground is that there's likely a lot of weight in the left knee. Many of us, when we get into this position, we're gonna just rely on the left knee to hold a lot of our weight. And even though the right foot is the foot that's planted on the ground, it's not natural to just put a lot of weight there. That's something you might have to do on purpose. There's going to be a lot of weight in the left knee, at least for many of us. So that's just something to pay attention to, because it's something we're going to change in a few minutes when we do a different kind of posture. So just take a few more deep, even breaths with the right foot in front. Feeling out the condition of the body, the positioning of the body. And then when you're ready, switch it up and put your left foot in front. So left foot is in front now, right leg is in back. Call attention to whether or not your right toes are naturally like this, kind of the front of the foot touching the ground, or do you put your back right toes up like this? It's okay to do either for now. We're going to switch that up and do something on purpose in a second. But for now, just call attention to what it is. Call attention to whatever your body is doing. Breathing evenly. In through the nose, out through the mouth, or in through the nose, out through the nose. Now, last time I said you may find that there was a lot of weight in the left knee. Well, now there might be a lot of weight in the right knee because that's the knee that's touching the ground. That's the leg that's in the back. That may or may not be true for you. So depending on your own individual body, maybe there's more weight in your front foot, maybe there's more weight in your back foot. It could be anywhere, but for many of us, the weight is going to be in the knee. And like I said, that's something we're going to work on changing. So let's just do a few more breaths in this position. Maybe close your eyes for the last few breaths and see what it's like for your body to stay in this position with your eyes closed. It's going to be a different balancing element to it. And when you're ready, let's put the right foot back in front. So right foot is on the ground. Now I want you to line your right knee up with your right ankle. So the knee is even with the ankle. You want about a 90-degree bend here with the front leg. That doesn't have to be perfect, but what's important is you do not put the right knee in front of the right ankle. You don't want it way over here. You want it either in line or maybe a little bit back. And then with the back foot, let's plant the toes now. So before, maybe you had your foot flat on the ground, but if that was the case, let's change it. Let's bring the toes up so that the balls of your feet are touching the ground. And bring the hips even with each other. So naturally, it's going to be likely that your left hip is in back and your right hip is in forward. Bring them even so that both hips face the front. They're both facing the same direction as your front foot, your front toes, and they're lined up with each other. In this position now, I want you to put your hands on the front of your right leg. Start to press down with your hands into the top of your leg, and then use your hips and your right glute to press the right foot into the floor. That's going to take a little bit of work. So we're going to use the strength of the right leg, strength of the right glute and hip to push the leg into the floor. Use your hands to push your leg, push your foot into the floor, and feel the shift that creates in your hips and how it takes some of the weight off of that left knee. So pushing that foot into the floor, grounding it into the floor with a good amount of effort. As you breathe in, start to lift the ribs, start to lift the chest and the spine. So push that leg down while also lifting up through the upper body. And as you breathe out, root down with the core. So breathe in, lift the upper body up. Breathe out, root down, keep pressing down with the glute through the right foot. And then let's take a break. We're going to bring the left foot in front now and do the same kind of thing. So now left foot is in front, knee is either in line with or a little bit behind the ankle. Right toes we're going to bring up so the right ball of the foot is on the floor. Taking the hands, putting them on the top of the left leg. And now we're pushing down hard through that left foot, using the strength of our glute, strength of our hip, strength of our leg to push down through that left foot. Push down lightly with your hands into your leg to kind of create an imaginary engagement. To just really focus on rooting down through that front leg so you can take some weight off of that right knee. As you breathe in, lift the rib cage, lift the chest up, elongate the spine. As you breathe out, tighten the core, tighten the glute, press down and root down. Hopefully you are creating a sensation of stretching in the right hip right now. So whichever foot is in back in this situation, we feel the hip on that side stretch and lengthen. You want that to happen passively. Don't force that right hip open. But when you engage the left glute, the left hip, when you engage that front leg to press down, that's going to take some pressure off of the right leg, and hopefully, naturally, it elongates and creates that sensation of stretch. Let's do 1 or 2 more breaths here. Breathing in to elongate the spine. Breathing out, pushing down hard through the glute, through the foot. Rooting down through the core. All right, let's take a break from that. And let's get the right foot in front again. Tuck those back toes. And this time, what I want you to do is for a couple seconds, just press down through the back foot. So we're still trying to take some weight away from the back knee, and just press down through those toes, just a couple seconds at a time, and then let go. So I don't want you to do that for a very long time, but press down for just a couple seconds and let go, and feel how that can take away some of the pressure on the left knee. So right now the right foot is just resting. We're not engaging it like we did last time. We're just pressing down for a couple seconds in the toes and letting go. Now I want you to stop that and resting both feet, squeeze the left hip forward and just feel what it's like to kind of push the whole left leg forward and then bring it back. So push that whole left leg forward, couple seconds, bring it back. And repeat that at your own pace. Go nice and easy, maybe a 4 out of 10 as far as engagement goes. And now, as you're doing that, continue to push the left hip forward, but then also pull the right leg back. So instead of pushing the right leg down now, imagine it pulling back. So pull the heel back towards your back foot. So front right leg pulls back while the left back leg pushes forward. So we're kind of creating an inward pull in both body parts. So just pull them both together and then release. Maybe breathe in and chill. Breathe out as you pull them both together. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, pull both together and release. And then we'll switch sides. So now the left leg will go in front, right leg goes in back, and we'll start experimenting, just pressing down through the right toes in the back for just a couple seconds. Imagine almost as if you're going to stand up like this. So what would you need to do to lift that back leg up? You would need to push into those toes. You need to push into the right foot a little bit, but don't lift your leg up. That's just a thought experiment. Go as if you're about to start that movement, but then stop after like a second. Just press that foot into the ground and see what that feels like. When you press that right foot into the ground for just a second, how does that change the feeling in your right hip? How does it change the feeling in your left hip? What kind of effect does that have as the movement reverberates through the body? All you're doing is pushing into that right foot just a little bit, but that's going to necessitate that your body does other things. It's going to create a lot of micro movements in other parts of the body. So I want you to watch that. And we'll just do that a couple more times on your own pace, real easy. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Breathe out and push the right hip forward just a little bit. Breathe and relax. Breathe out, push that right hip forward. Pushing the right leg forward and relaxing. breathing in, breathing out, pushing the right leg forward. Now on your next out breath, I want you to push that right leg forward and pull the left leg back. It's almost like you're pulling the legs together. Breathing in to chill, breathing in, letting go. Don't do anything on the in-breath. And then the out-breath, squeeze those legs together. Squeeze them both toward the core of the body. Breathing in to relax. Breathing out as you squeeze the front foot back and squeeze the back foot forward. We'll do this just a couple more times. All right, now to bring it all together, put the right foot forward one more time. Knee is just above or a little bit behind the ankle. The left foot, toes are tucked, so your toes can press into the ground. You're gonna bring the hips even. I want you to breathe in, feel the rib cage lift up, feel the chest lift up as you breathe in. Let's lift the arms up this time, because why not? Get a little stretch for the shoulder. And then as you breathe out, I want you to push the right leg into the ground like we did at the beginning. Push the left leg very lightly into the ground like we've been doing. And then squeeze them both together diagonally. So imagine the right leg squeezing backward and toward the left just a little bit. And then imagine the left leg squeezing frontward and towards the right just a little bit. So they both squeeze together diagonally as you breathe out and squeeze the core. That's going to create a strong feeling of engagement in the core of the body. So the goal is to use these outer parts of the body to squeeze in and create the sensation of a strong centered core. So breathe in to lift the arms, the ribs, the chest, the spine. Breathe out to squeeze the core, squeeze the front leg back, squeeze the back leg forward. Breathe in, get tall. Breathe out, squeeze the right leg diagonally back and left, the left leg diagonally front and right, tightening the core. One more time, breathe up, get tall. Breathe out, squeeze those legs together, squeeze the core, pushing the front foot down. Breathe in and let go. Whew, man, that was a good one. Let's get the left foot in front now. Back foot with the toes tucked. Even out the hips. Bringing the front knee just over or just behind the front ankle. Breathe in and lift those arms up, lift the whole spine up. Breathe out, push down in that left foot. Use the glute to push downward. Pull the legs toward each other. Breathe in, lift up with the whole spine. Breathe out, push both feet into the ground. Squeeze those legs toward each other diagonally, toward the center. One more time, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, squeeze the core, squeeze the legs together, push down through the front foot, strong into the ground. And then release. Now, all right, that was good. It's a lot of leg engagement, a lot of good workout type movement going on there. I want you to stand up again. And just like we did at the beginning, check in with your body. And what's it like just to stand up now? I just had my back crack. That was a good kind of crack. It was a release, so that was nice. I can tell that I'm more even, so normally when I just stand without doing anything, there's a tendency for me to put more weight over my right foot. Funny enough, I am a goofy skateboarder, so it would kind of make sense if I'm pushing like this all the time. It's going to be in my nature to just have that front foot hold more of my weight. But now that I've practiced doing some lunges, practiced shifting my weight around, I'm more inclined to go more even. I can feel my left leg's a little more rooted into the floor. I'm allowing my right leg to relax a little more. But it can be totally different for you. So if you've been a regular skater your whole life, obviously your body's going to be different. Or even if you're goofy, maybe you've skated tons of bowls. You know, I only skated a little bit of bowls. I did a lot of manuals and flat ground tricks. That's kind of my thing. I like to pump around in a half pipe or whatever, but I'm not a bowl skater. So a bowl skater will have different things going on in their body. And that's why I want you to take the time to just stand there and check in, especially at the beginning and at the end of these, because your body situation will be unique. It's not going to be just like mine. So I tell you what I'm feeling in my body to give you an example of what you might be able to look for in yours. But what you discover will be different because you're a different person with a different history. Anyways, let's get the breathing nice and even. Try to make your inhales just as long as your exhales, however long they may be. Maybe keep them at a medium length for you, not too short, not too long. The point is to just get in tune with the breath, get in touch with your body right now. I don't want you to manipulate it in any particular way. I just want you to feel it. I guess making the breath even would be manipulating it a little bit, but it's just an exercise in getting in touch with the body. That's the point. So maybe close your eyes if you'd like to. What's it like to stand up with your eyes closed? How are your points of contact with the ground? Is there more weight in your toes? Is there more weight in your heels? Or maybe somewhere else? How does your spine feel? We did a little bit of spine elongation toward the end there, so that's going to hopefully make your back a little longer, hopefully make your body feel a little better. Just take a few more breaths for this check-in. You might sway a little bit during the in-breath and the out-breath. That's okay, you can let that happen. Maybe notice if you have a tendency to sway more in one direction or the other. And that's going to be it. So once again, my name is Ben. Thank you for watching the Soar Skater Studio. Hope you got something good out of this, these basic lunge practice type sessions. And I hope you have a wonderful day.